Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of React Attack. I am Orange, and we are finally getting back to continuing the Band-Maid documentaries by Orangey, so shout out to Orangey for this. Now, this is interesting because Miku has 3 parts to it, which is insane. So, I'm excited to dive in it. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. We're going to do 3 parts in this, and then we will have reactions to every single part of the documentaries. If you guys don't have looked at the previous ones or watched the previous reactions to those, I'll leave the playlist in the card or down below. Go check out that playlist. And then we also have a whole playlist of Band-Maid reactions you guys can go check out. We did 30 days of Band-Maid not long ago, and I think there's like 60 reactions plus in there. Thank you to the Maniacs. This one goes out to you guys. Let's get into it. This is the Band-Maid documentary, Miku Part 1. Let's go. I love that. That intro's dope. I'm just going to say.
We are in Kumamoto, a city located in the prefecture with the same name on the island of Kyushu. This is where Bato Miku was born a few decades ago.
Let's
Her
go.
parents were a remarried couple, and she has a half-brother who's 11 years old.
Hey, shout out that. That's cool.
Marriage. As you could imagine, she was a very active child, much to the dismay of her parents, who struggled to keep an eye on her, as she was the kind of child who snuck out of her house to play or run all around as soon as she was taken
Sounds
to
about
large
right.
open spaces.
I can see that.
She loved to play with boys at games like Chanbara, which is basically sword fighting for kids, or catch insects in the summer. But those
Yo, we never had that in our school. I want to take a sword fighting class. I have my kid take a sword fighting class. That'd be awesome. I'm just saying.
those little trips and games cost Miku a lot of bumps and bruises. Miku was introduced into music very early by her grandmother, who went to an Enka karaoke class.
Nice.
When she
Shout
was
out
around
grandma.
7 or 8, Miku fell in love with music and singing as she followed her grandmother to local public hall gatherings. At this time, Miku only knew Enka, so that's all she sang.
See, so that just goes to show you, like, it's not even just your parents that play a huge part in all of it, right? It's the whole family unit, right? Grandma teaching the kids, you know, or getting them invested in the music thing. That is so cool, man.
The first song she learned was Jindo Monogatari by Yoshimi
There we go.
Tendo.
She got a great voice. Let's go. I love her earrings. I'm just saying. Oh, they match the front. That's
Her
cool.
mother
Classy.
was worried
Classy.
that Miku would only be interested in Enka, so she asked her to listen to other musical genres and offered her a CD of the idol band Morning Musume.
So wait, this was grandma. I gotta switch it over real quick. Hold on.
and offered her a CD
All right.
of the idol band Morning Musume.
All right. Cool. Not sure how I feel about the, but anyway, that's besides the point. I think it's cool that grandma is, if I'm understanding this correctly, grandma's the one that was showing her these artists and this music. So that's cool that it's not just like, you know, grandma's like, hey, we can't just stick to one thing. Let me show you what else is out there. I think that's super great.
And so, with time, Miku came to experience and listen to more and more different kinds of music. In high school, Miku was in the broadcasting club. Of course she was. This is the club responsible for those announcements that you hear in the school from time to time, like morning or lunch break news.
Okay.
Back then,
Yeah, I remember.
Miku's
Yeah, we had
friends
those.
were really into bands and took her to live performances of smaller amateur groups covering
That's awesome.
popular songs. Miku was not that interested in the bands, but this experience made her look into more bands to listen to. During her research, she
That was kind of how it was in my high school too, man. And like there was a few bands throughout high school that people had, and they were kind of like those bands were like the bands in high school, and they did battle of bands with all the other bands and stuff like that. And now I remember that, man. Everybody had a band back in the day. It was freaking sweet.
she came across Tokyo Jihen, a Japanese rock band formed around the popular singer Sheena Ringo.
Whoa, all right. Like I remember years ago, it was a concert series that I went to every year, Taste of Chaos. And it's kind of interesting how with Taste of Chaos, you have a little, like, it's more like hardcore, I say hardcore emo, screamo bands, that kind of mixture. And they did one year where it was all J-rock bands. And I was so intrigued by that. I really need to start reacting to some J-rock bands. What do y'all guys think, man? Is there some like this is kind of old school, like this would be cool. I actually like the sound of this. What do you guys think?
Miku
That's what's up.
was stunned by their sound and finally found the music that she wanted to do.
That's what
It
I'm
was
talking
also
about.
during this time that Miku's parents got divorced,
Oh.
and her father totally disappeared from her life.
No,
From then
Fasha,
on,
why you do this?
She had to live with her grandmother. It was a hard
Shout
time
out grandma,
for her
man.
and her
Grandmas
family,
are the man.
but she tried
Shout
to
out to
find a
grandmas.
proper high school and think about her future. No time to think about making music for a living, even though this idea was starting to grow in her mind. When she was at university, Miku missed a lot of classes because she was working part-time to earn
Wow.
enough money to participate in multiple auditions in Tokyo.
Wow,
Problem
look at
was,
that, y'all.
She never told her mother about all her travels to the big city. And the more
All I'm saying is when you've got that passion that young and you're working that hard that young, that tells you something. To the kids that may be watching this and have gotten this far and they're not that far into it, work hard now while you're young. This could be you. I'm just saying.
Miku went to Tokyo, the more she wanted to live there.
Okay.
So, in October 2010, on her birthday,
Nice.
Miku presented her I want to live in Tokyo plan to her mother.
Oh,
Try and
sure that
reassure her.
went over well.
This plan was basically to find enough part-time work to pay for her life there, along with vocal training. Miku knew that living in a big city like Tokyo would cost a lot, so she took as many jobs as she could. At one point, she had 3 different jobs,
Nice. Been
leaving
there.
her with just a few hours of sleep per day.
Been there.
She was willing to do anything to realize her
Still
dream.
kind of there.
One of her jobs was at a maid cafe in Kumamoto. This is the kind of job that fit her perfectly,
That's
as she
what's
was
up.
very interested in customer service, loved to talk to people, and loved the idea
a great way to
of
promote the
wearing
band
a
too,
cute
right?
outfit at work. This particular maid cafe only lasted 6 months, until December 31st, 2010. It's hard for this kind of business to last in local cities like Kumamoto because of the lack of new customers daily. With nothing holding her back in Kumamoto and enough money from all her hard work, Miku quit university
Dang.
to Tokyo to start a new life pursuing her
She
dream.
did it, y'all, right there. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's go, girl. Just taking your life into your own hands. That's what you got to do, man. That's why I'm here doing this shit, y'all. You got to take your own life in your own hands, man.
Now that she was living in Tokyo, Miku easily found a part-time job as she had already a lot of experience.
I want to
from
go
her
to
life in
Tokyo. Look at that
Kumamoto.
place. It just looks fun.
Miku discovered the concept of maid cafe in her hometown, so she thought that it would be a good idea to try and work in a maid cafe in Akihabara.
There you go.
A place where maid cafes are the most popular in Japan. She started to work at the At Home Cafe in May 2011 under the name Himawari, which means sunflower. This maid
That's
cafe
adorable.
was way bigger than the one in Kumamoto, and this one held performances and events where Miku could work on her singing
That's so crazy how it's all kind of coming together. Like, that's crazy.
regularly.
That's awesome.
It was a great experience for her, as she learned a lot about human relations, handling different types of people, and even calming down angry customers
Can you imagine?
arguing with each other. After all,
Can you imagine if, like, could you imagine that if, like, you see her, like you go to a show just randomly, you're like, I'm gonna go to a random Band-Maid show, or this Band-Maid, whatever, random, and then you see the girl up there, and you're like, oh my gosh, that girl served me before at the cafe. That's wicked.
Miku wanted to do everything to make everyone happy. She also learned a lot from overseas customers and how they perceive maid cafes as a part of the Japanese culture. Miku worked almost a year
This
for
girl's smart.
At-Home Cafe, but quit in January 2012. She had a ceremony celebrating her time working there, and there was a lot of messages from regulars and overseas customers. She
Oh,
even
wow,
wrote
that's cool.
a moving message on the blog of the maid cafe.
なんかやっと卒業したんだなって実感湧いてきました。なんかじわじわ来るね。イベントにも参加させてもらったり、歌プロにも出させてもらったり、プロマイドを取ったり、撮影会したり、錬金だったり、振り返ってみたらいろいろしたな。自分がイベントするなんか思
That's
っ
cool.
てもなかったけど、まさか卒業するとはね。あ、書き損ねたんですが、スーツで来てくれたご主人様、ありがとうございました。私得でした。あと素敵なお花もありが
That's
とう。
what's up. That's sweet.
あとチェキの受け取りがまだの方、なるべく早くお絵かきしてドンキに持っていきますので、後日ドンキへお願いします。ごめん
Aw,
なさい。いろんなことがあったりしたけど、やっぱり私はアットホームが大好きです。8ヶ月間で出会ったご主人様やお
That's
嬢様、
oh man.
メイドさんを絶対に忘
Man,
れま
that's
せん。
crazy to do all that in 8 months.
アット中だった私が全く秋葉原に行かなくな
She's so
るなん
poetic
て
the way she
到
writes.
底無理な話なので、きっとまたお会いすることもあるかもしれません。もしまたどこかで私を見かけたらよろしくお願いします。
That's
私に
sweet.
とってこれからがスタートだと思ってます。みんながくれた
I love
気持
that.
ちを
I
胸に
love that she's like, this is just the start for me, right? Like, she already knows that, like, this, hey, you know, this, yes, I understand that everybody's sad, and I love this, but I have to continue my passion. Look, to the folks that may be watching this, if you want to be successful, look to the people who have become successful in the words that they're saying, and you can learn a lot from that. The thing is you have to decipher between the bullshit and the not bullshit, like the genuine and the not genuine. So I believe that these girls, and especially Miku here, very genuine individuals.
頑張っていきたいと思います。さよならはしないです。ありがとうございました。頑張ります。ひまわり。
The reason why she left was because she'd won the Super Idol audition on
Let's
December 9th,
go.
2011. This competition started in the summer of 2011 with 2,600 applicants. Their goal was to create
Dang.
a 3-member idol band with the votes of the fans. The Super Idol audition was also broadcast on MXTV on December 30th, 2011.
ありがとうございます。野口美香です。
That's
すごい、とにかく今頭の中真っ白なんですけど、すごい嬉しいです。今後ユニットと
what's
して
up.
3人で頑張っていきたいと思いますので、まだまだ未熟なところとかいっぱいあると思うんですけど、一緒に応援していただけたらなと思います。私は熊本から出てきたんですけど、すごい親にもいい報告ができて、アルバイト先のこの メイドさんをしてるんですけど、常連さんも見に来てくれていい報告ができることがすごく嬉しいです。これから頑張っていきます。ありが
That's
とう
what's
ございました。
up. That's what's up. Let's go.
This contest allowed Miku to join an underground idol band, or Chika Idol in Japanese, named Lil Kuman 3 months later, in March 2012. An underground idol band works with a minor label and will only perform in very small areas or events.
That's still
It's
cool
well
though.
known that very few underground idol bands can become bigger and join a major label, so the chances for Lil Kuman to get bigger were really small.
But that's still cool that there's still a market for that. They're still doing it. They're still creating it. I mean, it's an opportunity to get people in the industry who want to be in the industry still, right? Like you got to get your legs wet, your feet wet, whatever. And I think that's really cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
The name of the band came from the very short height of the 3 members, and that the birth flower of December 9th, when the result of the audition was announced, was Kuman. Lil Kuman was active until April 13th, 2013, when they announced they had disbanded during a one-man concert in Shinjuku Orebako due to Miku and another member quitting the band.
That's
About
crazy.
a month after the release of the 3rd single called Super Trooper and their first one-man concert in the same venue. In the end, Lil Kuman released 3 singles and performed about 100 shows during a year of activities.
That's not bad.
In an interview, Miku confirmed that it was not her thing to sing cute idol songs. She didn't hate it, but it was too different from
It
the
wasn't
music she
I get
wanted
it.
to
Yeah,
sing.
she wanted to sing. She learned a lot though. And that's the thing. You gotta learn, man. Like I said, you gotta get the feet wet, man. Cut your teeth on something like this, and then get in there and just
Back
blow
to
it
square
up.
one for Miku, who decided to send her resume to Platinum Passport, explaining the kind of music she wanted to do. The company reached back to Miku and scheduled a meeting to talk about her project. Let's imagine an abbreviated form of this conversation.
はじめまして、小鳩ミクと言います。出身は熊本です。地元と秋葉原のメイドカフェで働いていました。オーディションに受かってアイドルグループで活動していたんですが、アイドルではなく歌手になりた
That's
く
what's
て
up.
1年ほどで辞め
Wants
さ
more
せ
with
てい
life,
ただ
right?
きました。自分
She wants more than just I don't want to be an idol. I want to be I want to create art, right? I want to be a singer.
のやりたい音楽性とは違うなって気づいたんです。
バンドとかには興味ないの？
バンドは好きだし、東京事変さんにも憧れています。それに可愛い音楽よりもかっこいい音楽がやりたいです。
小鳩はいろいろなバンドを調べて聴いているときに東京事変に出会って恋に落ちた。バンドメイド日本のエピソードで群青日和が人生を変えたとまで言っている。この瞬間から小鳩はかっこいい音楽のバンドを聴くようになり、バンドを組むという考えが頭に浮
That's
かぶようにな
nuts, y'all.
もしこの曲がなかったら
I don't know if I can handle Band-Maid not existing. I'm just
バンド
saying.
メイドは存在すらしなかっただろ
あ、でもメイドも好きです。
う。メイドとバンドを合わせたら面白いね。
じゃあ混ぜちゃいましょう。
Yeah,
On
I
May
mean that's why
29th,
not, right? Okay,
2013.
so
Platinum Passport posted an audition announcement for anyone who wanted to join a new
okay, so I was under the impression that it was the label that did it. So the label just helped in the creation of it. It was a collaboration effort with Miku and the label to create this Band-Maid thing. That is awesome. That is cool.
rock band performing with maid outfits. They also presented the first version of Band-Maid's logo. In this post, it was specified they were looking for women between the ages of 15 and 24 who can play guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards while wearing a maid outfit. They also clarified that the applicants must not be currently under contract with a production company or record label and must not be planning to debut as a professional. Miku was actively looking for potential members herself and found
See, so it's still cool because she's like, I don't want to do cute music, but I'll wear cute outfits. I think that's interesting.
a young musician posting guitar covers on YouTube and Nico Nico. The name of this guitarist was Konami.
My girl, let's go, dude. Konami is my girl. Insane. Look at her. Oh, whew. That girl was like, she just makes you feel things, you know?
Miku contacted
Insane.
Konami through the talent agency to present her project. Konami was pretty excited to join Band-Maid, and the maid outfit was definitely not an issue for her. The next one was Akane on drums.
Shout out Akane. She kicks ass.
And with that, Akane asked Misa to join her new band.
もらってでベースもいないってなってたのでその時私専門学校音楽の専門学校行ってたんですけどで一緒の学校だった
Yo, rip
ベ
tiny
ースの
head
ミ
every
サを
time,
誘って
bruh.
Misa's band had just ended their activity, so the timing was perfect for her as she wanted to continue playing bass. Band-Maid, originally consisting of 4 members, was ready for its debut.
Yeah, that's a good
They
one
started
right there.
rehearsals, but after about a month, felt that something wasn't quite
Oh,
right.
that's cool. They're playing with their
Miku's
eyes
voice
closed. That's
alone
sweet.
didn't fit with this kind of music. And she didn't want to relive what happened with Little Kumin. So the idea of bringing in another vocalist to contrast with Miku's voice was raised. A new audition was conducted, inviting everyone managed by the agency who could fit with this project. Band-Maid members and management found the profile of a recently scouted young singer to whom they proposed to
That's
audition.
what's up. Let's go.
She was a model,
Psyche.
dancer, singer who came to Tokyo to realize
Hell
her
yeah.
dream of becoming a professional singer. And her name was Psyche.
Let's go.
With their newfound experience gained while recruiting the other members, the management knew that they shouldn't talk about the maid outfit to Psyche if they wanted her to come to the audition.
That's funny.
They didn't.
どう思ったメイドの格好でみたいなのは
メイドですって言われなくて
言わなかったんです断られたくなくて
今までのこの反応を見てクルッコは学習したみたいで
なるほどなるほど
さいちゃんには言わないで誘おうと思って
可愛い服なんだけどって言われて
ちょっと可愛い服でかっこいい曲のバンドをやるんだけど
で曲だけ聴いてたんでじゃあまあやってみたいですかねみたい
感じで
なのでこれはみたいな今はこれないんですけどエプロン
エプロン
最初あってエプロンってなってつけない
From this crazy
That's
idea
funny.
of mixing cute outfits with hard rock music, 4 talented young ladies joined Miku to form
It's a very
an
interesting
impossible
concept.
band whose goal is to dominate the world through music. And this
That's
band
what's up.
was called Band-Maid.
Hell yeah. It's so cool how this band formed.
Band-Maid didn't waste any time after finding enough members, as they started to perform live on July 24th, 2013, before Psyche even joined the band at Otsuka Deepa in Tokyo. They continued for 2 more shows before opening for Passport and Silent Siren on October 22nd,
That's what's up.
2013, at Shibuya AX with their complete lineup. This was Band-Maid's first live.
Ah, that's so sick. The energy back then. Let's go. It's really interesting to see him at this, too.
This venue could hold 1,500 people, so it was a great opportunity for our newly formed band. Band-Maid started to be more active on Twitter on July 19th, 2013, to promote concerts and news about the band.
That's what's
Their
up, and as
YouTube
well
channel
they should.
had been created on October 22nd, 2013. and slowly grew over the years. Band-Maid also opened an Amiiblo blog that was deleted in 2016 to use the official website that we know today.
That's what's
even
up.
though it looked quite different from its current design. The management did a great job regarding the band's promotion in social media, but Band-Maid had trouble standing out and reaching more people.
Which is
During
crazy.
the first 2 years,
So unique.
most of their concerts were empty. They struggled to build their own fan base, and the future of the band was very uncertain. Band-Maid tried to participate in Battle of the Bands with some other idol bands, but very few people from the audience were actually there for them. So they tried everything to expand their fan base. They promoted their merch every time they could. They took photos and thanked fans for coming to see them.
You
Miku
got
worked
to.
in a
Boots on
noodle
the ground,
cafe
baby.
in Akihabara
That's how you
until
build it.
2016. And she also sold
Yeah, and that's how you build an audience, man. Is boots on the ground, talking with the people. Like the new currency of music is authenticity, and that's why you see a lot of these huge artists like will connect with their fans, which I've connected with a lot of bigger artists, and they've been really good and kind to me. Not only because I'm a fan and I promote them, but because they're good, genuine people, and that's important to remember, man. Because being genuine and authenticity is, I believe, the new currency. I'm just saying.
could. They took photos and thanked fans for coming to see them. Miku worked in a noodle cafe in Akihabara until 2016, and she also sold tickets by hand. The
That's
Noodle
what's up.
Cafe was a service operated by Platinum Passport, where you buy a cup of noodles and you can choose which idol will pour hot water into the cup. Then you will have around 3 minutes to talk with her until the noodles are ready.
Oh, that's
Until the
cool.
first one-man show in Shibuya Milky Way, Misa was very unsure about her future in Band-Maid and talked to the management about quitting. And for this particular concert, the management booked a venue and asked the members to invite at least 100 people. In the
Okay.
end, they managed to get around 50 of their friends and acquaintances in the front row.
Okay.
It was truly a dark time for Band-Maid.
Not really. I mean,
It
think
was
about it. If
also
you're doing
around
what
that
you see,
time.
here's the thing: if you're doing what you love, it's not a dark time. If you got your loved ones, the people that support you and love you, that's all that matters. Even if the band doesn't go anywhere, you still did something. You provided something for the people that you love. Escape for a couple hours, right? You still did something. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. You still did something. I don't think that's dark. I think that's exactly where they needed to be to learn to appreciate where they are now. It's what's formed them to who they are today. So, I mean, I guess that's just it, looking back on it. You could say it's a dark time in the band, but realistically, it's what they needed to grow. And now look at them, right?
That they released the MV of Thrill from their first single, Ai to Jonetsu no Matedoru.
Yeah, this one's fire, man. First music video. Let's go. Yeah.
The song, released in November 2014, was different from what they usually do, and even very different from the main song of this single.
For sure. I mean, this is good too. That shredding though, man, that shredding.
Thrill was a success on YouTube and was very well received during concerts. A few months later, on April 5th, 2015, Thrill was uploaded on a Facebook page
Let's
called
go.
J-Rock Radio. This
Nice.
page introduced music from Japan like Visual K or metal bands to people from overseas, and the video gathered more than 1 million
Let's
views
friggin'
in
go.
4 days.
What?
In comparison, it took 17 days for the music video of Unleashed to hit 1 million views. and
That's
that was the fastest
insane.
any Band-Maid video grew. The response of Band-Maid social media from overseas fans was huge.
Oh yeah.
So huge that they were afraid that their Twitter account had been hacked. They also opened their Facebook page on April 9th, 2015.
That's what's
following
up.
the success of Thrill.
Well, of
It
course, you got
literally
to.
saved Band-Maid, as they later learned that management was about to end their contract and that this single was going to be their last.
No! This what? What?
Later learned that management was about to end their contract and that this single was going to be their last.
Their last single?
It was also the shock Band-Maid needed to find their own path and start their world domination.
Let's go.
From this moment, the band committed to make harder songs, and 1.5 years later, they played their first concert overseas in Mexico.
Hell yeah. That's amazing. Let's go, dude. Ah, these girls are in heaven. Let's go.
皆さんこんにちは、ミカです。今日はスペシャルゲストをご紹介します。レディットでアクティブに活動していて、インタビューから MC まで数多くの翻訳をしてきた人です。皆さんきっとご存知の人ですが、声は聞いたことがないと思います。それではご紹介いたします。 T シンジさんです。
はじめまして、 T シンジです。私がもともと聴いていた音楽は、フ
Listen
ァ
to
ンクロッ
funk,
クや
rock,
パンク
funk,
などで、
and so
ハー
on.
ドロックやメタルについてはほとんど知りませんでした。2019年11月に以前から友人に勧められていたベビーメタル曲を YouTube でいくつか聞いたら、サイドバーにバンドメイドのスリルが現れました。そのサムネイルを見た瞬間、これはかっこいいに違いないと直感しま
Of
した。
course, they must be cool.
音を聞く前からギャップのコンセプトが伝わったんです。実際にスリルを聞いて途中までは悪くないなくらいの
You know, shout out to this dude because you know, there is a talent behind noticing talent. And when you do YouTube, when you do things like this and you kind of get deeper into the communities and deeper into like the business aspect of how this all works, you can, like, people that I've said, man, this person's going to blow up. They have. It is a talent to recognize talent. I'm just saying.
思っていたら、ミサさんのベースソロでやられました。
Yeah,
次にダイ
Misa,
スを聞いて
yeah.
ミサさんのベースに完全に心を奪われました。私のようなファンクロックファンにとって、
Right,
ミサさんの
yeah.
ファ
If
ンキ
you're
ーな
gonna,
ベ
yeah,
ー
as
ス
a
は与えら
funk,
れない
that
魅力が
this
あり
dude
ます。
knows. I don't know
そ
who
れ
he
から
is.
バンドメイドの MV を
But he
一
sounds
気に見
dope.
て、1週間後にはもう CD を注文してライブの予定をチェックしていました。ちょうどその時は東京近辺でライブがなく、次のライブはツアーファイナルの LINE キューブ渋谷だったので、すぐにチケットを買いました。また歌詞を見ながら聴くうちに小鳩さんの歌詞の素晴らしさに気づき、小鳩さんの大ファンになりました。小鳩さんの歌詞は内容もいいですが、何よりも音がい
Yeah,
い
and
ん
I've
です。
said that before, that their lyrics are just very poetic. Good substance in a lot of them.
日本の曲では英語がよく使われますが、同じメロディーに英語と日本語を当てるのはかなり珍しいです。そして日本語で
That
母音
and
を落として変
man, see, I'm gonna have to look into this dude because he knows what he's talking about, and I think that's a very valid point. What does he say here about the Japanese songs often have English words, but it's quite rare to write an English line and a Japanese line in the same melody. That's a very good point. I couldn't figure out how to say the words, but that's a great way to describe it. And I love that fusion. It translates well, and I think that's another reason why people really appreciate this band.
そして日本語で母音を落として変音節を作るテクニックが素晴らしいです。
Yes.
ここを8音節で歌っていますが、元の日本語は15音節あります。同じ年の12月、レディットを見つけてインタビューの英訳があるのを知りましたが、未訳のインタビューもまだまだたくさんありました。自分で英訳したいと思いましたが、私は英語ネイティブではないし、当時は音楽用語も詳しくなかったので、無謀ではないかと思いました。でも、小鳩さんが背中を押してくれたんです。
That's what's up. So good.
もし小畑さんが私の立場だったら、やれることをやるだろう、自分の想像さえ超えていくだろうと思ったんです。なので、もし私の翻訳が役に立ったなら、私ではなく、
That's what's up, bro. See, this dude is legit, bro. I'm gonna follow him on social
バンドメイ
media.
ドには人生を変える力があります。
そうですよね。T シンジさん、どうもありがとうございました。そしてバンドメイドさん、小鳩さん、多くの人の人生を素晴らしいものにしてくださりありがとうございます。
That's what's up, dude. That's what's up.
うわー、もう30分近く経っちゃいました。ここでちょっとお休みにして、動画の残りはまた来週見ることにしましょう。次回は作詞家小鳩さんのお話からしようと思います。
I love
では
that.
ま
I
た
love
次回。
that they break
バイバ
that. They're
イ。
breaking it down like that. Yo, that's what's up. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what's up, man. Hell yeah. I love that they're breaking it down these in parts, and I wonder if they're going to be doing more documentaries where they break down the other members. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Man, dude, slick. That's all I got to say. Slick, man. Love that part one. I think it's fantastic to see how like the true like the true origins of the band starts, and then all the other members come in. So shout out to Miku, who really is kind of like the one that, you know, pushed this all to happen. So that's really cool to see that. And then we're going to talk about lyricists in the next one, so stay tuned. The next part is coming soon. I just got to figure out how to title it. Anyway, y'all, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on all of this, the story, everything. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to see it. Let me know down below. If you guys like this thing and want to continue this journey of musical discovery with me, do me a favor, hit the subscription button down below. Y'all know what to do with it, man. Part one of a three-parter, I believe, of Miku. This is cool, man. I love all of you guys. Thank you for hanging with me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, everybody, stay nuclear. Peace.